Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to be doing a Archer versus Berserker comparison. So stay tuned if you want to see that, and let's hop right into it. So first off, I'm just going to be testing the Archer class. So my setup at the moment is Blue Whale with Dwarf Turtle Helmet, a Juju Shortbow. You can pause to see the stats, Necron armor, and a golden Necron head. So, Archer at the moment is absolutely broken because of the fact that the Juju Archer, this perk, hits 3 mobs on impact. So if you shoot the bow, it can hit 3 mobs all in one go. And also, the Archer class passive, which is bouncy arrows. If you shoot an arrow, it'll just bounce to a different mob next to it. So if you have a room full of mobs, you can just shoot a couple arrows into it and it'll just obliterate everything. So yeah, that's from, as you can see, it's pretty broken. I'm not dealing much damage at the moment because I am not very good at the game, and I don't have great talismans or anything, but usually when I'm in floor 7, when I'm frag running, Soul Eater absolutely carries you because of all the mobs in there do so much damage. So yeah, just make sure if you're going to get a Juju Shortbow to get at least Soul Eater 3 and at least Overload 3, I reckon. I don't have Overload 3, I only have Overload 2, I'm pretty sure, so just keep that in mind if you're gonna become a Juju Archer. So, as you can see, it's pretty broken. The main problem with it is that Archer is incredible inside of dungeons, but if you can't afford to have inside of dungeon setup and an outside of dungeons weapon like a one for all liver dagger or something like that, then you might want to switch over to Berserker for a little while. So as you can see in Blood Room, it's very good at clearing the mobs. Keep in mind, I'm only Cat 30, so if you have a higher Catacombs level, which a lot of people do, you can deal a lot more damage with me than me. If I only have foraging like 18, so yeah, and like combat 36 or something, so you could easily deal like 20 million damage with as an archer. In floor 7 with a couple blessings, I usually deal about 12 million damage, so if you want to play floor 6, it's an amazing weapon for floor 6 or floor 7, rose running or frag running. So, yeah, I'll just go over to Berserker now. So, now I'm starting a run as Berserker. So, right off the bat, you can see that obviously the range isn't quite as good, and versus mini bosses it's a lot weaker, because you can't just absolutely combo them like you can with a Juju Shortbow, but it is still reasonably good. But there is a massive upside of the Flower of Truth, because as you can see, after I clear this little bit here, the price of a Flower of Truth is about 3.3 mil, if you can see down the bottom there, and Juju Shortbow is like 30 mil, but when you upgrade it, it's closer to 40-45 mil. So if you're on a budget, I would definitely recommend getting definitely recommend getting a Flower of Truth, and then after you get a little bit more money, get a Juju Shortbow. But just don't be a Juju non. Don't get like a Juju Shortbow when you're like 3/4 Shadow Assassin. Definitely, I would say get a Shadow Assassin chestplate or a Necron's chestplate, whichever you can afford, before you get a Juju Shortbow, because otherwise you're not going to get accepted into any parties, and it's just not going to be very fun. Yeah, so clearly it's not quite as good against mini bosses, but you know, it works. So also, if you do get a Juju Shortbow, there is a reasonable chance that if you keep it for a while, that the price will drop, because Archer is most likely going to get nerfed in the coming months, just because of how overpowered it is, and it's just way too good. So yeah, definitely, if you're scared about losing money and you don't have a reliable way to earn like 10 million coins easily in like a couple days, then I wouldn't recommend getting a Juju Shortbow if you don't feel safe about like losing money or whatever. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Juju Shortbow prices will probably drop, but yeah, Flower of Truths are like at the bottom of, like, they legitimately can't go any cheaper. They're at like 3 mil, so I can't see them going any lower. They might go down by like 500k from where they are at the moment, but I don't really think so. But as you can see here, I don't deal as much damage, and I don't have as much, and yeah, there is more chance for me to die, because I can't just stand back here and just combo them. But the range on the Flower of Truth is quite nice. Oh well. So, as you can see in that clip just there, when you've got a Flower of Truth, it's a little bit harder to survive because you don't have the range and you can't shoot things from far away quite as well. It does have a little bit of range, but not quite as much as the Juju Shortbow here. So yeah, basically I would recommend, if you do have Necron armor or full Shadow Assassin, preferably not with the Zombie Knight chestplate, but it's your choice. You'll just probably get kicked from parties. I would recommend, if you I would recommend trying to get something close to my armor or with Shadow Assassin, and then once you've got armor like this and a sword like this, then buy a Juju Shortbow. Once you have a Juju Shortbow, you don't really need a Flower of Truth anymore. You just need a Liver Dagger for out of dungeons, or Giant Sword if you're a rich boy. So yeah, I'd say definitely recommend Archer. If you have the coins, it's so much better than Berserker. So much better. Even with Axe of the Shredded, so much better than Berserker. I wouldn't recommend going Berserker if you have enough coins to afford a decent setup with a Juju Shortbow. Yeah, so if you want to see Archer versus Mage comparison, then leave a comment and I'll have a look. If there's enough response, I'll make Mage versus Archer, or whatever you want. And yeah, just make sure to subscribe and like if you like this kind of content. So yeah, see you next video.